So, hello everybody. I'm Peter from Mymoria, and after talking about childcare, I want to talk about the other super important topic in life. We actually hardly or not at all talk about death. Although this is a topic, firstly, very, very important. It happens to everyone eventually. It happens quite regularly. In London, for instance, every 10 minutes, a Londoner passes away. And how can they get help, and how get they addressed? And there we see that the funeral industry as a whole hasn't really changed a lot in the last kind of 100 years. A bit of transportation improvements here and there, but in terms of how customer-centric and how can we really help people in that situation, to be frank, it hasn't changed at all. Averse to change and to innovation. So in contrast to that, though, the customer and the expectation from people have changed dramatically. There are overarching trends, right? So people search online, people are more and more price sensitive. If you talk about big spendings in the household, they often don't live close to each other anymore because people move to cities, the parents stay in the countryside. And then there are more funeral-related topics. That the funeral itself, the religious part of it, gets less important, that they look for alternative funeral types, such as the burial at sea or the tree funeral. And these things have tremendously changed the market. And how do we address that? As Mymoria, we offer three major things. One is clearly state what a service costs, what is included, what's not included, what you need in that situation, what you perhaps also don't need in that situation, fully transparent on our webpage. Secondly, it is very convenient because a lot of people think, what do I actually have to do? What is important now? What do I need to do? Then they get advice, sometimes good, sometimes bad. In our case, they can actually arrange everything themselves, inform themselves, and do that wherever they are, because a lot of our customers are also not necessarily there where they can go to a local mortician, but actually need help over the phone. And that brings me to the third very important element. It is personal. You have one contact person who helps you out. He knows what's going on. He gets to know the circumstances and really advise you well on what is needed and how we actually can help the customer in that situation. Actually, we do two things. One is this at-need case, the situation I also just briefly explained, where someone needs help for his parents, his grandparents, etc. And the other one is that people start thinking about a lot of what can I do? What kind of costs come to, or I'm facing, or my children are facing in the future for my own funeral, or what kind of wishes do I have I like to kind of set up and get sorted out. And both elements are very important to us, and actually a lot of people now feel that with this online service, they have for the first time the opportunity to actually sort everything out, to inform themselves, and then if they like, to do the pre-arrangement plan with us. We also see that a lot of our customers, actually 1 in 5, even a bit more, actually then after they did the funeral with us or we helped them out on that one, they actually get in a pre-arrangement plan afterwards as well. How do we address our customers? It's as an online player, we started obviously within B2C online service, but nevertheless we also helping the B2B sides where we work together with elderly homes, where we help the personnel, the staff to deal with these kind of situations, where we also inform people what do you need to do, what is important in these kind of situations, but also with insurances. And why insurances? Because for them it is somehow a very crucial moment, because for them an insured person dies or someone in the family dies and suddenly the entire situation changes. Although the family still needs advice on what kind of financial implication does that have, they usually lose the contact. With us as a partner, they actually are able to also in that situation help the families out, and therefore it is a quite important channel for us and a service element for them. We also believe that this the digital funeral home will work in other countries. Therefore, we are launching our service in some other countries pretty soon. And actually, why do we do that? Because we actually see that it works. We have a super high customer satisfaction rate. It's even 90.6 or 7% where people say, wow, you tremendously helped me, and I would recommend you to someone else. We grow quite significantly, over 30% month over month. We are at a run rate of 1 million these days, a little bit more. And actually, we are working on positive unit economics, which is obviously important to embrace on the vision we have to become the leading funeral home in Europe. And although someone thinks, wow, this is a topic I haven't really thought about yet so much, it is very important. And I can just invite you, if you have questions, if you think about how can we also all together make that a topic which gets more addressed, gets more talked about, come and see us. I'm happy to chat, because we also like to talk about that topic because we feel it is very important, and it's, beside that, also a great business. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for Mymoria.